The COVID pandemic has left the IoT field or many other important technological fields in the future progress that depends on the future progress is shambles, a total disorder, as the world has seen a massive changes in the way the industry now works. The post-pandemic world has been a dramatic changes they have faced, and the IoT field also has no exceptions. Those organizations that adopted the technologies long before the pandemic has seen a rise in their profit, while those that did not adopt have either closed down, or unfortunately have had to bear the brunt of losses. The matter of survival in this difficult situation. So technological advancement along with those adoption in the technology is very much important for those organizations to survive in this difficult time, as most of the companies or organizations shifted to this new technology adoption, like IoT, also an example of how these are the savior of this organization or industry. Using that technology, we can bear the losses, control the situation. We can say more precisely the damage control, and that could be the game changer in the post-pandemic world for the survival, for the benefit, and to the sustainability in this industry using these technologies and advancement in the technological field. And the growth of IoT has become a strategic necessity in today's scenario, with IoT invading the every industry and organizations. The solution is being delivered by the solution providers that are also creating a new job opportunities with no dearth of opportunity or some scarce in this scope in this field, that a deficiency in this particular field and relevance to both technology and business perspective, and the demand for highly skilled IoT professionals seem to be on the rising side. The trajectory is in upwards directions. I think it is crucial to understand that IoT is not the technology, but a domain or a concept that brings a multiple technologies under its own umbrella to make something happen at the end of the day. During the past couple of decades, India has emerged as a hotspot for the software industry that managed by those new age budding engineers. Those technologies that are in the future, that can be change the future of way we are living, the way the world will respond. And through the IoT has now expected to provide a solution to the customer's core business issues. IoT is also an interface between the customers and the analytics or insights, and not just an interface that connecting those electronic devices, that connecting the electronic appliances to the internet, to monitor them, to access them, to track those uses, those applications using that IoT technologies. And many job roles have transitioned from software to the IoT industry, where every skill set is equally important and lucrative in nature. And it's a very good takeaway that apart from learning the programming language or looking at the cloud services, cloud platform, the services in the cloud domain, that if you are building your career or if you have some background knowledge in this particular field, particular sector in the IT industry, which is not a computer science, then it's not a bad news for you, where there are some areas or roles that the engineers can look to build their career in the hardware and embedded system. That's the one thing. The most IoT solutions require the software, the hardware that also play a vital part. Building a reliable hardware has become an imperative for the overall IoT industry, with the government's focus on making India a manufacturing hub. There are many schemes that are involved, that are introduced by the government, that production link incentive scheme for the electronics manufacturing, for the electronic good components, and many other important part of this our daily life. And is another, there is a semiconductor industry booming. That's a 76 crore thousand latest investment proposal for the government by the government for the design link incentive scheme for the semiconductor device, for the semiconductor chip manufacturing at a massive scale on the platform of a local manufacturing hub in India, and that the focus for the government to manufacturing those products, those industry, to grooming those industry, that tons of jobs may be expected to flow in. It is a very critical role and a system integrator that needs to have through the knowledge of all those aspects, starting from hardware to the connectivity. Also requires some knowledge of applications to the cloud platform in their specific IoT applications that would be posted in, and the role is indispensable. And in the case of networking and the telecom sector, since the connectivity is very vital, that is a very important aspect of the IoT solutions with wide range of options for the connectivity and the Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, other external connectivity sources, the technology that are used to connectivity, give those connectivity, that authority, and the role that involves every project that the manufacturing, the company involved making the smart consumer devices, smart companies involved with those electronics devices and the competent IoT devices that should understand the hardware and its program as per the requirement, and the responsibility also include the deployment with the content security. The research and development and the content security policy both are in coordinate with them in the particular department and the other team within the organization to make sure that the right solution is provided through the existing electronics of their product to make it work efficiently, seamlessly, easy to use. And it's an important aspect that any technology to become a popular in nature, it has to be a simply used nature. The more it is easy to use, more it is simple to use, it's become a more popular. In a country like India, basically, in a country like India where most of the people are not very much of technology friendly, so much it is gradually increasing day by day, but in current scenario, the more the electronic devices or applications are simple to use, it become a more popular. And also the cost of these devices also matter, because the affordability in India is very low. People are not so much keen to afford a much higher prices for a particular devices, particular consumer devices mainly. So these are the main factors that can be a game changer for the electronics manufacturing hub or electronic devices or any other IoT connectivity devices that are used, that can be user friendly, that can be easy to use, that are very simple in nature for the accessibility, and also are very much of cost effective in nature. All these are the important factors for a booming a particular industry or particular electronic devices. That's all for now. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.